Okay, if you're looking for the best autofocus settings for your Panasonic GH5, try these out and see how you get on. At the end of this quick tutorial, I'll show you some samples that I got from both hand holding the camera and using it on a Ronin M stabiliser. So first things first, you go to the menu set button on the back of the camera and you go to the spanner with a C symbol on it. If you click on there, you go to the focus release shutter. Now the first item you want to go to in there is the AF/AE lock. Just turn that to on. The next one, you go to the quick AF setting and you turn that on as well. Then I think on page 2 of the menu settings you've got the eye sensor AF. Switch that on. Then just below that you've got the pinpoint AF setting. Now you set that to short. The next one is the AF assist lamp. Now you turn that to on. This is on page 2 as well, I believe, so turn that on and set that. Then you've got the focus release priority. Once you go into there, you set both options to focus. The next one, you have AF and MF, autofocus and manual focus, set that to on. And then you've got, if you come out of that menu now, so you're leaving the spanner with the C symbol and you go into the video menu with the video camera, the red video camera, and then you go down to the AF custom setting video and you go into there. Normally, as you can see, you've normally got the ability to set the speed and sensitivity of the autofocus, but what you want to do is just turn the whole thing off. Okay, so once you've done all of that, you click function 3 on the back of the camera. That'll bring up a new menu and you scroll along to the C1 and it's custom multi. So once you click on custom multi, you'll see a square on the bottom left. Now this is where you can select the focus points on your sensor, and some people say just use there's a little cross you get where you can actually set it yourself. So some people say just use the very central point, but I think you, depending on what you're filming, you can actually set it as far as wide or as wide as you like. Now this is the kind of setting I've got for when I'm hand holding and filming myself, so I want a big enough space to actually capture the majority of my face, and also it works well when I'm actually looking around and focusing on things within the actual scene. Now if you're not filming yourself, you can just use the central point or you can use all of the points. It depends what you're filming, so have a bit of a play with that, but this is one I've found that works quite well if you're switching from doing a kind of selfie mode to other things in the scene. But do bear in mind that you may lose focus if what you're intending to focus on is outside of this yellow area. Okay, so test that one first, try the one I've set there and just see how you get on. Then what you need to do is go to select and save it within that same menu, click on that. That will bring up a separate menu where you just can then save this whole setting to either the custom 1, custom 2 or custom 3, C1, C2 or C3. That's on the back of the camera. So once you've got all of those, then you're good to go. So you just set all of those, come out of the menu and then start filming as normal and see how well it works. But you can see on the back of the camera I've also got the focus dial set to AFS/AFF, so try it on there. If it doesn't work, try it on AFC, but I found it works well with AFS and AFF. And also remember to put your lens, make sure that that's set to autofocus as well and not set to manual, because that'll just throw everything out. So make all those checks, see how you get on, and yeah, now have a look at what I found and the results I got when I used these settings. I hope it helps, and let me know in the comments how you got on. Okay, so this is autofocus on the Panasonic GH5. I'm using the Olympus Seiko Digital 12mm lens. The camera set to shutter priority, set at 200th of a second, and I'm shooting 4K at 50 frames a second. So the aperture will change as I move about, but we're just going to have a look and see how well the autofocus works using the settings that I've put down in the description in the review. So yeah, let's just have a look around. I think that's focusing on me pretty well. Focus should be staying on me. Then if I switch behind, focus will change there, and then back to me, and the focus is back on me again. So let's have a look around the room. So there you go, the autofocus seems to work pretty well. It might be a bit jittery, some hand holding using a tripod, but hopefully that kind of shows that the autofocus works pretty well. Good enough for vlogging and general walkabout use, and if you're a solo person doing videos, then it should be a good workaround, and it does actually work. Okay, so I'm now on the Ronin using the same settings as yesterday, except I'm on aperture priority at f2.8, so the shutter's fluctuating, and I'm also on auto ISO just to make sure that I get good exposure inside and outside, but hopefully I'm in focus at the moment. It should all work the same, because some people have said it doesn't work. The autofocus on the GH5 doesn't work as well when you're on a stabiliser. Obviously if you're shooting a wedding and you need autofocus to work because you can't always see the screen and you don't have access to the lens really because you're hand holding both hands on the Ronin, then obviously this needs to work. So you can see there I should be in focus, so let's have a look around the same room as yesterday, see how well it works. So you can see there it works pretty well. Hopefully it's focused on me again, but generally walking around it managed to lock on most things in focus, so yeah, it works pretty well. Happy days.